Should you get the Harry Potter Potions Cabinet Advent Calendar or the Trunk Advent Calendar? Hey guys, it's Eve. Welcome back to my channel. So I've been doing a lot of videos on here going through Advent calendars, Harry Potter Advent calendars, and I've done reviews of both the Potions Advent Calendar and the Trunk Advent Calendar. So these are both manufactured by the same company, the Carrot Shop. They're often referred to as the official Harry Potter Advent calendars. I don't actually know if they are or not, so I can't say that with like confidence, but a lot of people do refer to them as that. They are basically, they're sort of also known as like the luxury Harry Potter calendars. They are the more expensive Harry Potter Advent calendars out there, so both of these were £80, and so they are a lot of money. And I thought, basically, I've done videos going through each of them individually, saying if I think in their own right are they worth the money. So I thought I'd do a video for if you've seen both those reviews, if you've decided after looking into it that you definitely want to get one of the calendars but you're stuck between which, this video is going to help you to decide which of the two you should get. So this is, in my opinion, which advent calendar out of these two do I think are better, the Potions Advent Calendar or the Trunk one? Because they're made by the same people, they're the same price. They are basically the same calendar but different years. So for example, the Potions Advent Calendar was the 2023 Advent Calendar and the Trunk one was the 2024 one, so this year's version of that. I presume the plan for them is to do a new one every year, but we'll see. I guess it probably depends on how successful these were. So this video is going to be the comparison of the two and saying if you've decided you're definitely going to get one, which one you should get. Disclaimer as to the others, this is obviously just my personal opinion. I have unboxed both of them, just my personal opinion based on what I've experienced and what I find like worth the money. So let's get started. So firstly, we're going to talk about the outside of the calendar, the packaging. This is the Potions Advent Calendar. So you have two little metal like handles, you open it up, and it is like a potions cabinet. So you've got things here that are just sort of printed on, and then you've got all different drawers. You've got like test tubes, you've got potion bottles. And this is the outer packaging. It's like almost like a plasticky sort of thing. This is almost like printed on, so it looks like it's got the proper like things, but it's not got any proper like actual metal bits. It's all like a print basically on like a plastic exterior. And then this is the Trunk one, which is a trunk. It has got proper hinges. So this bit around here is almost like a vinyl with like a Harry Potter and crest print on. But then the sides are like wooden. And then you have these here, which are properly like, these are proper like metal and functioning locks. Now the Potions Advent Calendar does lock. The first day comes with a lock and key. But this one like by itself locks. It does also, the first day comes with a key, so you can also lock it, but you can still secure it even without the key. You just can't like lock it. Anyone could get into it basically. So that is that. And this is the inside. Ignore the messiness there, but this is the inside. It says Harry Potter, and it's a good amount of space in here. In terms of the packaging, for me, the Trunk is better. Because whilst I love the layout of this, the layout is a separate point, but whilst I love the layout of this actual outer packaging is, in my opinion, more difficult to reuse. So yes, I have kept this. It was, you know, I opened it a year ago, I've kept it, but I've not reused it. I've not used it for anything different. I've left all the original internal stuff in here and left it as it is. I haven't really been using the lock because frankly, the lock is a bit fiddly. You have to like put these two bits together to then lock it, and it's a bit fiddly. Even though the lock worked, it didn't feel like the most natural way to lock it. So yeah, and it's quite hard to reuse because it is set up like shelves. It's got like dividers and stuff inside. So even if I took everything out, there are still dividers and stuff inside. So it'd be quite hard to reuse. I'm sure I actually probably could reuse it. Like I could probably put little like makeup in or skincare stuff. Like I probably actually could reuse it, but it's not quite as nice outer packaging because it's just got like, do you know what I mean, like writing and stuff like that in it. It's not quite as nice outer packaging to reuse, and it look almost like a natural way of reusing it. Whereas the Trunk by itself looks really lovely. Even though it says Harry Potter on it, I think that's fine, and there's nothing else really sort of getting in the way. You could just get away with this. This would be lovely, and I will be reusing. I'll be taking out all the boxes inside and reusing this as a keepsake box. And you could reuse it for whatever you want. I usually, for like keepsake boxes, only use like shoe boxes, so I'm really excited to use this for that, and I can properly lock it safely away. And that's the other thing, the locking works more naturally on this. You don't have to have the key for it to lock, and it just makes more sense. Like it's just more natural, less fiddly. This one was more fiddly to lock, and I think the quality of this outer packaging is better. So for that, the packaging, the reusability, the trunk calendar definitely takes the top spot there. This is more like a novelty packaging. This is novelty packaging, but also actually usable. So when you're paying the same price for both, but you can actually get more use out of this because you can use the trunk itself, whereas you can't really use. There would be ways to reuse it, but I don't think it's quite as like sort of made for that. In terms of format then, so this is more about the actual sort of unboxing of it every day. So the trunk advent calendar, every single day is in boxes. It's basically 2 layers of boxes. And each day is slightly different format. So you've got like a long one there, a little one there, another one there, a slightly bigger one there. So each day is a form of box. So it's not like the most exciting. What I do like is that each day like has the picture on it, has a reference to what's inside. So this one, for example, had a Snitch Christmas decoration. This one had the Harry Potter sweatshirt decoration. So that was quite nice, that you could almost have a little guess or a little clue every day, because there was a little nod to what was going to be inside it. So that was lovely. But at the end of the day, it is just a box, you know, that you're opening every day. Whereas the potions one, each day is sort of a little bit different. You've got drawers of different sizes that open up. You've got 3 days that are like test tubes, the proper corks that you can like take off. You have 3 days as well that are like little potion bottles, which are really, really sweet. And then you have some of these little like boxes. So in terms of the format, the potions cabinet there for me beats the trunk one, because every day is a little bit different. It's a little bit more fun and sort of a bit of variety in there for you. It's a little bit of a different way. It's not just opening doors or opening boxes. You've got test tubes, potion bottles, which is really fun. In terms of the actual sort of physical opening every day, potions cabinet calendar takes the top spot there. Although I did still enjoy the trunk one, and it was nice that they tried with the boxes and like have something different on it, such as like the clue for what's going to be in it every day. So far that's sort of like a 1-all. The trunk gets a point for the packaging, the potions cabinet gets a point for the format. I guess it's about how heavily you weight them. For me, whilst the potions cabinet beat the trunk for opening, obviously that you only experience during December, but that is obviously the main point of an advent calendar, is the opening it in December. But I guess it's like, okay, but then after December, that sort of benefit of it's gone. Whereas the trunk one, it beat the potions cabinet with like the outer packaging and the reusability, which is something that you can then use after December and reuse and keep. So I guess if you're thinking of value for money, that probably point for the trunk calendar gets for the reusability and the outer packaging probably beats the point that the potions cabinet gets for opening it. But it's all about what you prefer. Would you rather have a more exciting experience when actually opening it every day in December, or would you rather have something after the experience that you can use? I guess it's just what you value more. And then in terms of the actual items inside, so I've done videos for both of the going through what's inside. So for not wanting to be too repetitive, I'm not going to go through everything in there. If you want to see that, then check out those individual videos. As a little brief sort of recap, both of these calendars have very similar items. They have a lot of like the same items with different designs. Example I give to demonstrate that is they both had scrunchies. This was the scrunchie in the potions advent calendar, which was this like lovely white one with like head wig, sorting hat, little icons on. And this is the one from the trunk advent calendar, which was the Marauders map pattern. So these are the same item, but different patterns. They both had lanyards. They both had a similar decoration, but that were different. So they had a lot of similar things. It was then just there was a select few items in each that were different. I am going to say what they were. So they both had earrings, but different earrings. They also, for the last day, both had key rings. The potions cabinet had a better last day item, because that last day item, the keyring, it was so much better quality. It was a proper like metal enamel keyring, beautiful. The trunk one also had a keyring, but the quality and the design of it, nowhere near as nice. It was really plasticky light, felt really sort of cheap quality, and it was like the Monster Book of Monsters. It looked like something like a child's toy, to be absolutely brutal but honest. So the last day is much better in the potions advent calendar. However, I personally found that the potions advent calendar didn't have as many standout items. It had a lot of nice items, but nothing that was really like wow, in my opinion. The item that was meant to be its standout item was a charm bracelet, which is nice. I wasn't blown away by it, but also I spoke about this in the review of the calendar, but it's only one size. So if it doesn't fit you, it's quite a big disappointment. And the bracelet was huge for me. Yes, I have got the charm, so I could get a different bracelet and use it, but I wasn't that overwhelmed by the charms either. And yeah, I was just quite disappointed. There was, especially on looking back like a year later now, having reflected on it and looking at what I got, I'm like, there's nothing in there that really wows me. Whereas the trunk advent calendar had at least 2 items that blew my socks off, which were these Christmas decorations, 2 little knitted Christmas decorations that I think are absolutely incredible. I'm obsessed with. And for me, they made the calendar amazing. And I was so happy I got it, sort of basically purely for that. I think they are such beautiful items and they really, really impressed me. So that one for me had 2 really standout items, plus a lot of other stuff that I really liked and will use. Whereas the Potions advent calendar had, for me personally, no standout items. Yes, a lot of nice little things I will use, but nothing that really made me go, wow. Because even though I did really love the last day, the keyring on the last day, it was beautiful, I'm just someone who's not going to get hugely excited by a keyring, and I'm never going to be like, wow, that's an incredible standout item for me. For me personally, what I find value in, I much preferred the trunk advent calendar, the items in there, and there were some more standout items in there for me. So overall, therefore, I think the trunk advent calendar is better and more worth the money. If you're picking between the two, I would go for the trunk advent calendar. Having said that, this is the one I think is better value for money and that I preferred, but in terms of the actual experience of unboxing it, I do think I slightly preferred the Potions one. I don't know if that's slightly skewed and maybe made a bit biased because it was the first one I opened and the first time I've ever had any even remotely type of luxury advent calendar. So it was a proper treat, a real first time experience for me, and the first time experiencing any of these Harry Potter calendars. So the novelty was really new and really amazing for me, and I do think the actual experience of unboxing is better in this one. And even though overall I think the items are better in the trunk one, I think this one, the Potions one, has fewer disappointing days. Now you might think that's a bit sort of counterintuitive, like, well, how does it make sense? If this has fewer disappointing days, why is the other one better for items? Because as I said, there's a lot of nice things in here. There's just not necessarily many outstanding standout items. The trunk one, there were actually a couple of days that really disappointed me, but there were some days that really impressed me and excited me. So this one almost had more of the extremes. So I would say the actual experience of unboxing was better in this one because it is really fun with the like potion bottles, the test tubes. There was fewer days where I was like, oh my God, I can't believe that was a whole day. If you consider the experience to be higher weighted, I would go for the Potions one. If you'd rather sort of the long term being happier with it, I'd recommend the trunk. That's a good way of summarising it. Potions is better for short term during December, because that makes sense with the packaging, the format and everything. And the trunk is better for long term, sort of how you're going to feel after reusability. I think that is the perfect way of sort of describing the difference and which one you should go for. So yeah, that is my verdict. That is my comparison of the two and which I think is better. I loved opening both of them. I love these advent calendars. I think they're so much fun. I'm really excited to see if they do one next year, and if so, what that one will be, what sort of format that will take. I keep trying to think of like different things they could do. Like they've done a potions cabinet, they've done a trunk. I don't know, like I can't really think of any, but like I never would have thought of a potions cabinet. So, you know, they're very creative with sort of what they think of. So I really don't know like what they could do. Maybe they could do one that's like Hermione's bag. Maybe they could do like a wand box, Newt Scamander's suitcase, but I wonder if that's a bit too similar to the trunk. Maybe they could do almost like a Gringotts vault sort of thing, I don't know. But yeah, I love these calendars. I'm very excited to see what they do next year, if they do one. And yeah, let me know what you think. Which of these do you prefer the look of? If you've had them, which one did you prefer? If you are going to get one, which one do you think you're going to get? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to know. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you found it even a little bit useful. If you enjoyed the video, I'd be so grateful if you'd smash a big thumbs up. It would mean the absolute world to me. And if you're new here, or if you've been watching for a while and not subscribed yet, don't forget to click that subscribe button and put notifications on so you don't miss any videos. All through December, every single day, and especially I post every day on YouTube Shorts, but in December from the 1st to the 24th, every single day there's going to be multiple advent calendar unboxings going up on my YouTube Shorts, because I've got 3 advent calendars that I am unboxing in December. So make sure you subscribe and have notifications on so you don't miss any of them. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.